Yo, what's going on, fellas? It's your boy Huncho. Just gonna be showing you guys really quick how I mark my key pivots, my levels, what I look at, my thought process behind it. What I find interesting, what do I find interesting. So, uh, I start on the 4 hour. You guys wanna just mark the highs and lows. So, I'm just really looking at the current range. So I'll just probably mark this area right here, around 697.22, and I'll mark an area right here, and I'll mark this right here as well. Okay, so these should be my 4 hour pivots. Okay, so 671.20 be important. 679.22, and then after that I go down to the 1 hour. Okay, all I need is like good like 3 4 important levels on the 4 hour, and then I go down to the 1 hour. All right, so on the 1 hour look for areas. So we could use an area right here. This could be interesting. All right, and another level look for areas. Since we ripped up today, we're gonna look for some upside. All right, so the 687, the 60, 61 right here. So we got some resistance right here, some support right here. All right, you guys see this? So these are areas I'm looking at. Okay, very simple. All right, and then I'll go down to the 30 minute. This is my favorite time frame to chart. So I would be looking at. Just get a little bit closer here. So we can mark is areas like 678.44. That's important. You guys can see. And then I'd mark another area right here. We could probably use this 682.11. Yep, it's right here. We have this support here, resistance. So this area would be consolidation. So I'd watch this area, but you guys can see if you go back, see how this confirms that these levels are needed to be watched here. We have support, 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 support. And even more support, resistance, support. So yeah, 682.11. It's a good watch right there. Make it a little bit thicker because high interest, and we're around this area, and you guys can see. Look what happened. Once we ripped above, boom. All right. So yeah, then 15 minute. To be honest, I don't really chart on here. Unless it's like I don't know, like a very a good level. Like let's say if all these were lined up right here, but it's kind of a little bit of a different range here. So you could probably mark around 679. You can make this a zone here. So sometimes what I like to do is this I kind of get like zones. So I would mark like areas like this. Like I would probably like go down right here, and then put a box. So we'll go right here. Get the rectangle. All right. And that would be my zone. Okay, you guys can see we had support there. So I would make that my key zone. Okay. So whenever we bounce back down here, I'm looking at for confirmation of support here to potentially enter longs, look for a pop, whatever it might be. All right. So yeah, fellas, that's how I look for my levels from the 4 hour to the 30 minute, and then the way I'm going to show you guys like the way I look at it is I look at all these areas as range as like boxes. All right, these are the ranges. Okay, so whenever we're here, when we open up here, I'm looking at these levels here. I'm looking at 682. 11 and I'm looking at 687. So whenever price approaches to one of these areas, there are my triggers, okay, for either calls or puts, whatever it might be. I use them as support and resistance. We get some resistance up here, I'm looking for a top snipe. If I'm getting a flush all the way down here, I'm looking for a dip buy, okay. It's all about just waiting for the confirmation, paying attention to the reaction at these levels to then make a decision, okay. So there's that. I just look at them like ranges. Once we break above and we hold above, that would be my signal to just watch for the range for the upside. So what I do is I go to the 30 minute and then I look for areas right where this could be potential upside targets. So it could be this 691.54. If you guys see right here, some support. All right, and then even right here we had some resistance as well. So this area would be an area to watch, the 691.50. So I would look for reactions there. It's not about selling there or anything. It's just paying attention to reactions, seeing what's going to go on, and making a decision based off of the price action that's going on when price reaches at that level. All right, so we have that. Um, that's what I usually do, fellas. Is I just look at them like ranges. Very simple. At open. Okay, so the first thing I do whenever we'll go on the 5 minute really quick. Okay. So I use an indicator already. I'm going to show you guys real quick. There's an indicator. It's a Zack Attack indicator. It's not really needed. You don't really. Let's see if I can pull it up real quick. Yeah. See if I can add here, fellas. Yep, here it is. All right. So the Zack Attack indicator. Okay. So this indicator just gives me all the levels: the market open, low of day, high of day, pre-market high, pre-market low. So this ends up adjusting. This is just delayed from earlier today, but you guys, this will be updated like every morning at 4:30. You'll see the pre-market high, pre-market low. Those are my friends. All right. For morning plays, you just wait for the morning flush, watch for support at pre-market low, and buy the dip. Look for a pop. Grab a quick 40, 50%, whatever it gives you. Pre-market high, look for top snipes, resistance, whatever it might be. And yeah, break above you can use as support and retest for an entry for longs, pre-market low, confirmation for puts. That's my those are my friends. I love to look at pre-market levels. They are important to me, and yeah, it helps me confirm direction for the day and such. And yeah, so after pre-market levels, it's key pivots, and then we just keep on playing as we go, depending where the market goes, and just make decisions according to our knowledge, right? So yeah, fellas, if you guys like this video, make sure to leave a like, comment. If you guys have any more questions, if I didn't explain anything too well, it's very simple, nothing special. It's the best lesson the best way to learn is through screen time and studying price action and just collecting data. All right, that's the best advice I can give you guys. And yeah, guys, so I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.